there's just something really satisfying about a good revenge drama. And if you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you feel the same way. Now, I'm not talking about those revenge dramas where the main character suddenly discovers a conscience halfway through the story and decides to forgive everybody. I'm talking about the dramas that keep you glued to the screen, the kind where you're constantly waiting to see the next move. Every episode feels like another step in a bigger plan, and you're sitting there wondering whether the lead is about to pull off something brilliant or watch everything fall apart. Win or lose, they keep pushing forward, and that's what makes it so fun to watch. Also, I won't be including dramas I haven't personally watched, and I'm definitely not including the ones where the revenge was disappointing. And I'm also leaving out dramas where revenge is only a small part of the story. When I think of a revenge drama, I think of a protagonist who spends the entire series planning, scheming, adapting, and refusing to give up until they reach their goal. That's the kind of energy we're looking for today. So let's get into some K-dramas that delivered revenge worth the wait. First up, Graceful Family. The drama follows the heiress to a powerful conglomerate whose life falls apart after her mother is murdered. Things only get worse when she's framed for the crime and sent to prison. But instead of giving up, she spends her time planning for the day she can come back and uncover the truth behind her mother's death. And when that day finally arrives, she returns with one goal in mind: finding the people responsible. Along the way, she teams up with a lawyer who has his own baggage, and together they start digging into secrets that some very powerful people would rather keep buried. Now, I should probably mention that this drama won't be everyone's cup of tea. The story can get pretty over the top, but I was having too much fun to complain. The revenge plot kept me interested, the family secrets kept piling up, and every time you think you figured out what's going on, the drama throws another surprise your way. If you enjoy rich families fighting over power, hidden secrets, and revenge served with a side of pure pettiness, Graceful Family might be worth checking out. Next up, Money Flower. The drama follows a managing director who appears to be a loyal employee of the powerful Chunga group. In reality, he's been planning their downfall for years. After the people behind the company destroyed his family and took away the people he loved, he dedicates himself to revenge. And unlike some revenge dramas where the lead gets distracted halfway through the story, he never loses sight of his goal. What makes Moneyflower so satisfying is that he is always thinking several moves ahead. While everyone else is reacting to what's happening, he's usually the person who set everything in motion in the first place. Watching him manipulate events from behind the scenes feels like watching a chess player who already knows how the match is going to end. Every victory feels earned because his revenge isn't built on luck. It's built on patience, planning, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. If you're looking for a revenge drama where the main character stays focused on the mission from beginning to end, Moneyflower is an easy recommendation. Next up, Doctor Prisoner. The drama follows a talented doctor whose career is destroyed after he's blamed for a medical incident that wasn't his fault. In the span of a single moment, everything he's worked for is taken away. Most people would try to clear their name. He decides to play a much longer game. After leaving the hospital, he takes a position as a prison doctor and starts building connections with some of the most influential inmates in the country. What makes this drama stand out is that it never feels predictable. Just when you think he's cornered, he pulls out another card that nobody saw coming. Then, when you think he's finally in control, somebody else changes the game. The constant back and forth is what kept me hooked. Every episode feels like a battle of strategy rather than a battle of strength. People form alliances, break alliances, switch sides, and make deals that come back to haunt them later. For me, Dr. Prisoner is one of the best examples of a revenge drama done right. It's clever, full of tension, and keeps you guessing all the way to the end. And if your favorite revenge stories are the ones where the lead wins with intelligence rather than brute force, this drama is an easy recommendation. Next on the list is My Name. The drama follows a young woman whose life is turned upside down after her father is murdered. Determined to find the person responsible, she throws herself into a world that most people would run from. She takes on a new identity, becomes an undercover police officer, and gets closer and closer to the criminal organization connected to her father's death. Of course, pretending to be someone else while surrounded by criminals isn't exactly stress-free, and she constantly finds herself caught between two worlds. What I liked about My Name is that it knows exactly what kind of show it wants to be. It's dark, gritty, and doesn't shy away from violence. Now, if you're looking for the greatest plot ever written, this probably isn't the drama I'd point you toward. But if you're here for revenge, fights, and Han So-hee looking like she's one bad day away from fighting the entire city, you're in the right place. The action scenes are easily one of the biggest strengths of the show. The fights are long, brutal, and well choreographed. Instead of cutting away every 2 seconds, the drama actually lets the action breathe, which makes every punch feel more impactful. If you're in the mood for a revenge drama that trades boardroom battles for fistfights, My Name is definitely worth checking out. Next up, Taxi Driver. The drama follows a former military officer who now works for Rainbow Taxi, a company that offers a very unusual service. Their clients aren't looking for a ride, they're looking for revenge. The lead lost his mother to a violent crime when he was young, and because he never got the justice he wanted, he understands exactly what many of the victims are going through. That's what makes this drama work so well. The people who come to Rainbow Taxi aren't there because they had a bad day. They're victims of abuse, exploitation, violence, and people who believe they can get away with anything. And when the legal system fails them, they're left with nowhere to turn. That's where Rainbow Taxi comes in. Every member of the team knows what it's like to be failed by the system. They know what it's like to watch terrible people walk away with little or no consequences. So when they decide to help a victim, it never feels random. It feels personal. One thing I really enjoy about Taxi Driver is that each case makes you ask the same question. If this happened to me, what would I do? Because while revenge isn't always the right answer, the drama does a great job making you understand why the victims want it so badly. The best part is that there are 3 seasons. If your favorite kind of revenge story is watching bullies, scammers, abusers, and criminals finally face consequences, Taxi Driver is one of the easiest recommendations on this list. Next up, Vincenzo. The drama follows Vincenzo Casano, a Korean-Italian mafia consigliere who returns to South Korea with one goal in mind: recover a massive stash of gold hidden beneath a plaza. Unfortunately for him, things are never that simple. A powerful corporation has its sights set on the building, and before long, Vincenzo finds himself going head-to-head with people who are far more dangerous than your average greedy businessman. Even though the drama isn't marketed as a straight-up revenge story, revenge is woven into almost every part of the plot. One of my favorite things about Vincenzo is how it balances its tone. On paper, this show sounds incredibly dark. You've got organized crime, corruption, murder, and enough illegal activity to keep several lawyers employed for life. Then 5 minutes later, you're watching something completely ridiculous and laughing at the screen. So if you're expecting a serious crime drama from start to finish, that's not really what this is. The comedy is a huge part of the experience. That said, when the drama decides it's time to get serious, it absolutely delivers. And when Vincenzo starts settling scores, the payoff is worth the wait. Next up, The Judge from Hell. This drama follows a demon who ends up trapped in the body of a human judge after making a very costly mistake. To earn her way back, she's given a simple mission: find 10 ruthless killers, judge them without mercy, and send them where they belong. Fail, and things don't end well for her. What makes this drama so satisfying is that she has absolutely no patience for terrible people. Watching her go after those criminals was easily one of my favorite parts of the drama. It's not often that a drama delivers this kind of direct, no-nonsense justice. The payoff feels immediate, the villains are easy to hate, and seeing them face the consequences of their actions is incredibly satisfying. If you're looking for a revenge drama where the bad guys don't get endless chances to escape accountability, The Judge from Hell is a very easy recommendation. Next up, Reborn Rich. The drama follows Yoon Hyun-woo, a loyal employee who spends years working for the powerful Soonyoung Group. Unfortunately, loyalty doesn't exactly pay off. After being betrayed and killed by members of the very family he served, Hyun-woo suddenly wakes up in 1987, but there's a catch. He's no longer Yoon Hyun-woo, he's now Jin Do-jun, the youngest grandson of the Soonyoung family. Armed with knowledge of the future and a very good reason to hold a grudge, Do-jun begins plotting his revenge from inside the family itself. And honestly, watching him outsmart people with information they don't have is one of the most entertaining parts of the drama. Every business deal, every investment, and every move feels like another step toward taking control of the empire that betrayed him. This series is a must-watch for revenge drama fans. And yes, I know the ending is controversial, but I'm still recommending it. In fact, if you want the full fan experience, watch up to episode 15 and stop with about 3 minutes left and pretend the story ended there. That said, season 2 has already been confirmed, so depending on where they take the story, you might end up needing episode 16 after all. Until then, I'm choosing to remember the drama for everything it did right, and for most of its run, Reborn Rich is absolutely fantastic. Next up, Itaewon Class. The story follows Park Se-ro-yi, a guy who loses almost everything after crossing paths with the spoiled son of a powerful restaurant CEO. In a short amount of time, he loses his father, gets expelled from school, and ends up in prison. After getting out of prison, he opens a small pub and sets his sights on taking down the company responsible for destroying his life. Along the way, he's joined by a social media genius who might be even scarier than some of the villains. What I like about this drama is that the revenge isn't built around one big moment. It's a long game. Every success, every new customer, and every step forward feels like another move against the people who wronged him. Fun fact, there is also a Japanese remake. One thing I really appreciated is that they kept the iconic OST Start Over. Instead of replacing it with a completely different song, they used a Japanese version for the remake. That was a great choice because the song is such a big part of the drama's identity. I've watched both versions, and for me, the Korean original is still the stronger one. That said, as much as I enjoyed the revenge storyline, there were times when the love triangle started demanding more attention than I wanted. Still, if you're looking for a revenge drama where the lead refuses to stay down no matter how many times life knocks him down, this drama is an easy recommendation. Next up, Marry My Husband. This drama follows Ji-won. Her husband is about as useful as a broken umbrella, and living with his mother certainly doesn't make her life any easier. Just when it seems things can't get any worse, Ji-won is diagnosed with terminal cancer and finds out that her husband is having an affair with her best friend. And because apparently betrayal wasn't enough for one day, the confrontation ends with her being killed. Fortunately for Ji-won, fate decides to give her a second chance. She wakes up 10 years in the past with full knowledge of what's coming, and this time she's determined to change everything. This is one of my favorite Park Min-young performances and one of her best dramas. Watching her move the pieces into place while her enemies walk straight into the traps is easily one of the most satisfying parts of the drama. And yes, there is a Japanese remake. I've watched both versions, and this is one of the rare cases where I'd recommend both. The remake is just as enjoyable as the original. That said, when it comes to the villains, I still give the edge to the Korean version. They're more annoying, more selfish, more shameless, and somehow manage to make every bad decision available to them. There were scenes where I wanted to jump into the drama and start throwing hands. If a drama gets this kind of reaction out of you, you know it's doing something right, because the more you dislike them, the better the revenge feels when everything starts falling apart. And finally, The Glory. What's left to say about this drama that hasn't already been said? If revenge dramas had a hall of fame, The Glory would have its own room. The story follows Moon Dong-eun, a woman who spends years preparing to take revenge on the people who destroyed her life. Every move is calculated. Every step has a purpose. Nothing feels rushed. I've watched a lot of revenge dramas, and there is still nothing quite like this drama. So far, no other drama has managed to fill the void it left behind. The planning, the execution, the tension, the payoff, everything just comes together perfectly. And if you haven't watched it yet, now's probably a good time to change that. And that's my list. If you've watched any of these dramas, let me know which one had your favorite revenge story. And if there's a revenge drama you think deserved a spot on this list, drop it in the comments for people who are looking for more recommendations. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.